Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Penny Prepper. Today's video is going to be another topic that I am well versed in, and that is going to be fire. I'm not just talking about how to create it this time, I'm talking more about prevention and making sure that you're safe around it. All right, just like I just touched on a little bit there, this video is going to be more about prevention and safety. Being a firefighter for quite a few years, this is something that I have a little bit more knowledge than your average bear on, and no, I'm not referencing Smokey there. So just stay tuned and we'll get right into it. All right, so the very first thing I'm going to cover here is going to be making sure that you have a good working fire alarm. Also combine that with a good carbon monoxide detector, because sometimes if there is a fire or some sort of combustion, whether it's a car or engine, maybe say you have a generator running or even a furnace malfunction, that can also be a silent ending. Fire alarms are great. Basically, there's a lot of different types out there, but one of the most common basically is a heat sensing, or one that basically as particles hit a beam inside the fire extinguisher, disrupts it and it notices it's smoke. Sometimes dust will do it as well, but basically it's disrupting that light beam. I digress. So get a good working fire alarm. You can get them for $10, sometimes less. You can go to your local fire department and see if, first of all, sometimes they will give you free fire alarms. Also, if you're a little bit older and you're not able to put it up yourself, or there's an issue in that realm, a lot of fire departments will actually install them for you as well as give you one. That first one is important, but I'm starting to do teasers in my videos here, so stay tuned for the most important one at the end. The second one is going to be having a plan and getting out. That's making sure that you talk with your family, you have a designated meeting spot, but most importantly, you get out of the house as soon as possible. As soon as you have everybody, and as soon as you have your pets, and you know where you're meeting up and you see everybody over there, get over there, stay there, don't go back in. If you leave your cell phone in, oh well, you can replace a cell phone, but you can't replace yourself or your family. Now, the next one I'm going to say here is going to be obvious, but a lot of people don't have them in their home. It's going to be fire extinguishers. You really need to, first of all, make sure that you have one, have it nearby, readily accessible, and also make sure that you have the right type. If you have a water fire extinguisher, which is going to be silver in color, and you try to put out an electrical fire with that, as soon as all the water is out, it's gonna spark back up and continue to burn. These are important things that you need to know, which translate into the most important at the end here. So this next one is gonna seem a little bit obvious after you mention it, but some people will get so frantic that they forget this essential part or think that somebody else has done it. And that's calling 911 and getting the response started. It takes most fire departments a couple of minutes to, first of all, if they're a volunteer station, to get people into the station, gear up, get a driver, get the location, and get out. On top of that, the time to dispatch, as well as travel time to get to your location. If you live out in the boonies, it's going to be a while longer. Even in the city, if it is peak rush hour, that can delay response time, as well as what if they're on another call? Is there another fire going on at that time? You need to think about that. Yes, it's important. If you have a fire extinguisher, you're able to put it out yourself, great. It's the same reason a lot of people carry wireless hole punchers, because you may not have a cop right around the corner. Anybody who stuck around to the end, I appreciate it. It's going to be a little anticlimactic once I say it. However, that's going to be knowledge. Getting the knowledge that you need is key. It is the most important part. As I said, having the right fire extinguisher, important. Making sure that you have a plan, that's knowledge. Pre-planning, that's important. making sure that you talk to the fire department and getting that valuable knowledge through them. Maybe they can help you make a pre-plan with your family, as well as educate you to the dynamics of fire. A lot of people don't perish from the fire itself. Most people do because of smoke inhalation. They will find them untouched from the fire in an adjoining room, and they typically asphyxiate and don't have enough oxygen to continue to survive. So that's one of the things you need to know. If you're running back into that building and you see smoke coming out and you run right into it, chances are that's superheated air. That can be 1,000 degrees. You inhale that, it goes into your lungs, done. So that's why firefighters wear the protective equipment they do. Full face respirators, and I'm not talking about a gas mask. A gas mask filters the air. Fire departments, what they do, they actually have an self-contained breathing apparatus, SCBA. Basically, it's sort of the same idea as a scuba tank, but not underwater. That's where the U in scuba comes from. So the self-contained breathing apparatus takes air, not oxygen, right from the tank, through the hose. It's under high pressure, goes to low pressure, into their mask, and that's why you hear sounding like Darth Vader. Without that, a lot of firefighters wouldn't be able to advance as far into firefighters and make the grab, make the save that they have been. Even their equipment. I've been in fires that are pretty darn toasty. If anybody's been in a flashover simulator, you know how fast and how hot fires can get. So that's what we're talking about as far as knowledge. You need to know if it's something you can go back in for to grab your family, because if not, you may be just prolonging the inevitable. The firefighters see you go in, they go in after you, they find you, and waste time grabbing you when you could easily tell them, oh, my daughter, my son, my wife, my dog is up in the bedroom. It's the second door on the left. They might be scared under the bed. Whereas if they have to go in after you, they have to start doing a search. The fire is going to get worse, hotter, less visibility. It's going to take longer. I don't know if this is trademarked, but I feel like with all the videos I've been making lately, I feel like my new catchphrase really should be, knowledge is power. It's true. It is the thing that I hype on just about every video. I talk about having the knowledge and experience and expertise to actually do these things. So that's the first thing you need to do when you go onto YouTube and you start looking through these videos. Learn about the dynamics and the science of these things, and then you'll get a better understanding of how to better combat and circumvent most situations. If there's anything else you'd like to see in the upcoming videos, please comment, let me know, and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can in the comments. Stay safe, stay prepared.